Okay, we are recording. Happy Valentine's Day and Wednesday night, February 14th. My name is Ellen and this is Team Play Hard. It's awesome to see you guys. I feel out of touch. I just, maybe just because I was traveling, but I feel like I really miss you guys. Maybe because I've been thinking about you guys so much at this, at Marketing Impact Academy, at this conference that I just attended of Chalene Johnson. So one of the things that I wanted to, and Kim was there, and Heather was there, although Heather left a little bit sick in the middle, and Holly Hireman was there, our upline, and of course Jelliet was there. One of the things that we talked about is how much the landscape that is social media, specifically Facebook, has and is changing. So I know you guys hear the word algorithms a lot. It's kind of a buzzword. And I know that, oh, good. Thank you for switching to your laptop, Jennifer. That will help you do just one of the things I want you guys to do tonight. But if you have to be on a phone, that's okay. So basically I didn't really know what that meant when I used to hear that word. But now I understand what it means. So basically Mark Zuckerberg, he, wants everybody on Facebook. We've talked about that a lot, how maybe I shouldn't assume you know this, or maybe I shouldn't assume people listening to the replay will know this, but one of the things you want to avoid, for example, is you never want to post a link, any link, in Facebook. Not a YouTube link, not any link, unless it's a native Facebook link, like a link to a Facebook event. If you link to anything, Amazon.com, your favorite song on Spotify, anything you have to click on that will take you off of Facebook, it's going to get buried. This is so true. I can post a YouTube video and it'll get like 6 views. I'll get like 2 thumbs up and like 6 views. And I can post something organic and native to Facebook and it'll get tons. So we know that. We know Zuckerberg wants Facebook to be the king, and Facebook and Instagram are still the kings of social media. They are ruling the roost. However, Facebook engagement is way down. And I don't know if Heather or Kim in your notes have those numbers. I know I do, but I didn't put them in the notes for this team call. But it's staggering how much lower people are engaging on Facebook because of people like us, of network marketers, and of businesses. We have, and Gary Vee predicted this 3 years ago when our team started following him and listening to him. He's like, guys, promote your business on Facebook, advertise on Facebook now, because you're not going to be able to do it forever, because Mark Zuckerberg is going to put a squash on it and he's going to make you pay to advertise your businesses like big time, because it's free real estate. For your business. It's free. It's been free or practically free advertising. And now it's being taken over by people like us. And we know that our team and the way we operate is not in the yucky, pushy, spammy, salesy way, but still, we are still network marketing. And it's inundated with it. And he's squashing posts, squashing them, burying them if they are promoting product. If you're leading with product, your posts aren't going to be seen. And we don't want to lead like that anyway. Thank goodness we already know that. Thank goodness as a team, we already talk about that. So I think this is going to be right up our alley, and I think this is going to be great for us. So basically, Zuckerberg is going to push content. This change started in just January. This is barely February. And there's going to be some more algorithm changes that align with what I'm saying. He's going to push posts into the feed, into traffic, into the eyes of people that are conversational, that are engaging. He's going to bury posts that are, where you look like a business. You need to look like your people's friends. We want to be viewed as our clients and our customers, we want them, think of your clients and your customers, or your potential clients and customers. We want them to see us, to see you as a friend, not as a business, not as a brand. That doesn't mean you shouldn't be unique in that sense of branding, like branding in the sense of your uniqueness and individuality, of course. But in terms of like being a storefront, we do not want our customers to see us as a storefront. We want our customers to see us as a friend. And if we're not doing that, people aren't going to see our stuff. So the old model for Facebook was, will this post get shared? Because if it gets shared, it's going to get, this magnified reach. And the new school is this post comment worthy? Okay, ready for your first homework assignment? Everyone go either on your phone, or you can minimize us, either way, and go look at, and hopefully you have a pen and a paper, go look at your last 3 posts that you made on Facebook on your timeline. Go to your timeline, and you don't have to report back. I'm not going to have everybody report back, but I do want you to ask yourself, and I might ask you when you come back, are your last 3 posts that would engage people? Are they the kind of posts that would spark a conversation? Okay, so go check. And maybe write down, for the sake of our team discussion, what they kind of were. I'll give you 2 minutes. One more minute. Okay. Did anyone have a post that they believe was conversation provoking? Okay. Dana, what was yours?
What would you do? What is something you would do if you weren't afraid?
Dana's really good about that, asking questions. I have noticed that. She's been like that. I've noticed she does get a lot of engagement and she asks a lot of questions. Sherry, you did too. What was yours?
I had posted a picture of an electric blender bottle, the new ones where you push the button and they're to go, to try and get one for my husband for his work, and was asking if anybody has used one or if they have any suggestions for something similar to that.
I love that. And it's not, I love that neither of those are about coaching and they both had questions. Diane.
I posted 3 I found, but one that I'm surprised got nothing back was a request for a heart to be posted on a website for breast cancer awareness. Just surprised.
Oh, yeah. Because did you post the link to the website?
No.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, if you posted the link to the website, nobody saw your,
Right. Yeah. Yeah. No, it was just, because I changed it a little bit because it's not about just women and men both get it, but it affects everybody, not just women. And I was trying to change it to encourage men and women to post a heart. So.
Wait, didn't I comment under that though?
Mm,
About men
hang
having
on.
breast cancer?
Let's see.
I feel like I did.
Hang on.
No?
No.
Oh. Jennifer put in the chat, I saw that she said no. And I have to be honest, I didn't think my last 3 posts were conversation worthy. I thought my last 3 posts were sort of narcissistic about my trip. I didn't think they were good by these standards. Betty said, I thought 2 of mine were. Kim, did you unmute?
I did. Yeah, mine were pictures of things, and then I had a shout out to somebody on mine, and then the only one that I got real engagement or a little bit of engagement was I asked if anyone had done an ebook before, and I got some feedback from that.
See, the common denominator between Kim's and Sherry's and Dana's were that they asked a question. Diane asked a question. She asked them to do something, to post the heart on the wall. But the other 3 gals asked for an actual, like a comment. So I do think that that helps drive. Also, Shalene says, like, it's okay, like, not that we want to be pot stirrers, and certainly we don't want to be negative, and I do think it's wise to stay away from certain topics. Like, I try to stay away from, like, politics and stuff like that on social media, but it is okay to be a little controversial. That's okay. And if the argument or a heated thing, lively discussion happens under your post, awesome. Let it happen. Just let it go. Also, it's super, super, super important to be available after you post. And please don't let me forget I said that. I'm going to come back to that. Okay, so it's no longer about the masses. It's no longer going to be about this really levels the playing field for a lot of like us that are like normal folk versus like some of these coaches that have, 50,000 followers, because it's not about the masses anymore. It's about real friends, real connections, and real conversations. It's about the one-on-one. And so write down in 2 columns, 1 column with the heading more and 1 column with the heading less, and just jot down for the next 2 minutes really quick, just brain dump. What are some things that you could post more of? And what are some things that maybe you should post less of that you're doing right now? Just 1 more minute, because we're going to wrap soon. Jake, what'd you get?
I'm still kind of working on it. I think I'm leaning towards posting less of those socks. I've been doing the sock and shoe post for a while, and there's just not much value to it. I do them seldomly at this point, but I don't really know what it provides my followers. You know what I'm talking about?
I totally do, and I agree with you. Of everything about you, that's what I'm least interested in, although I think it's cool. But I want to give you advice you gave me once.
Yeah.
Because I do think it's cool. I do think it's a cool part of, like, a niche to you. You gave me the same advice once, and it has helped me a lot. I think you should do, like, marry it, like, have Rosie in those pictures.
Yeah, totally. So here's the thing. Every time I think I want to cut that out of my social media, like, I'm getting behind the scenes, I'm getting tagged on just random sock things all over. People see me as the sock guy. So there's something there. It's kind of funny, but people, like, when I see them around town, they're like, what socks are you wearing today? Like weird stuff like that. So I kind of got to, like.
What if you just did, how often are you doing a sock pick?
I mean, once a month at this point. It's pretty seldom. I've just kind of cut back, so.
Maybe you should keep it then.
I know. Yeah. I'll just make them. I'll make them a little more artistic. I think I'll maybe get some more outside or something. But
yeah.
And then
Just on that real quick, I see where you're going with it, but I think that the sock thing provides a lightness to Facebook, something that people are looking for. Like there's politics, there's shootings, there's all this junk going on that people are flooding our feeds with, and then it's like, oh, there's Jake's socks. Oh, those are really cool socks. So I think for that you should keep it in.
Thank you.
I mean, maybe not, not every day, but definitely more than once a month. I think that there is value to it.
Maybe you could somehow turn it into where, ask them to post their Sunday sock selfie or something like that to get them to kind of join in and make it fun or something.
Or your socks on Rosie because it's cold outside right now.
I think you need to keep it. I mean, maybe put Rosie's head in those pictures, but I think you need to keep it because people are associating it with you. That means it's part of your brand. It's like Danielle Natoni has done some really great talks on branding, and I know that I know that part of my brand is like cycling. When every stupid cycle video that ever populates Facebook gets shared to my timeline, and like Bengal cats and like. I know when people, and so she has said like she loves French fries, and so people tag her all the time when they go have French fries, and so she knows that's become part of her brand, that she likes that it's different than fitness. So I feel like that's your French fry.
Might be my French fry.
Yeah.
I do try and keep like kind of comical captions with it too, just like kind of silly stuff, which helps. But anyways, I think we're probably talking too much about my socks.
No, we're not. No, we're not. No, we're not. I want our team calls to be more of a discussion. Like actually to the point of this whole thing, I want our team calls to be more like this. You know what? I do think you could put Rosie in. Oh, I do think what we comment matters a lot. Like I can put a beautiful picture of one of my tattoos, but if my comment isn't really well thought, I've noticed it doesn't get the engagement or the likes, and sometimes not as good. So I actually, there are definitely readers out there that are actually liking and stuff and commenting because of what you say, not just the image. And then there's this perfect marrying of the two when you can do really good writing with a really good graphic. Heather, by the way, thank you for that feedback. I agree. That was a good point. Like it is light. It is different. Like it's different. You're not a cliche. Like you're weird. Like the floral photography, the fitness, and the socks, like nobody's like you. And so, yeah. I think you keep doing it. I put just, and we can maybe take like one more person on the more or less, but for me, I think like, my family wants to be private, so I really can't honor them and do a lot of my family, but I wish I could. So I'm pretty limited. I'm not that exciting other than I don't know. So I think just more of like really funny stuff. I think I'm funny, and I don't think I let everybody know that. I think I want to be funnier, the funny side of me on Facebook more. And I know what I want to do less of. I probably use the word opportunity. Join. I probably use the word join. Like join my challenge, join my webinar, join me, opportunity. I feel like every time I'm crafting a right hook, like I want people to act, I feel like I'm using those words, and those are probably not great words to use. So that's something I wrote down in my less category. I have a few more points to make unless anyone wants to jump in on their more or less category. Did anyone have any burning ones they wanted to share? Otherwise, I'm going to keep going. All right, I'm going to keep going. So less is more. So we used to say post 3 to 5 times a day because that's what'll drive engagement. I mean, not engagement, but more people will like you and more people will see you, and 3 to 5 times a day. And it became like our job was coming up with 5 posts a day. That's like what we did. And so now it's really like 1 great post a day, like 1, maybe 2 really good posts that are really comment worthy that you go back to. You go back to them and you milk them and work with them and start conversations under them and within the comments and within the comments. And so when you post, don't ever walk away. Post and then be there to engage, because that's really important too. Sherry just told me the other day, I don't know where she heard this, but she's like one of the smarter people on our team. So she's always got the new latest, greatest. And she said she heard in a training that when you go on Facebook, before you post, it's also really important, before you post, go comment on other people's. Like that does something in the algorithm. Go give some love elsewhere before you post and ask for some love back. I liked that, so I'm going to implement that. Kim just said she walks away all the time. So the other thing is, so Shalene said it's really important that we're like going back all the time. So we're posting less, but we're coming back to Facebook more frequently. So that you guys have a life outside of this, so that you're not like all the time. My son's texting me from the store that he can't find butter. Okay. Tiny little increments. So instead of maybe being on social media for 2 hours in the morning or whatever, I don't know what you were doing, what all you guys' schedules are exactly like, but instead of being there for like one mass time, do it, engage, be there 15 minutes, comment on others, do your thing. And then check back and do things frequently on Facebook and Instagram, but don't spend so much time. So more frequently, smaller amounts of time, so it's really the same amount of time you're spending. I have a tip that's going to help you. I'm really excited about in just a second. So also, the more you are going, like in terms of like your little stories that we're doing on Instagram and Facebook, like you're going to be seen more. If you just post in the morning and you spend 2 hours in the morning on Facebook and then you're gone, peace out for the rest of the day, the nighttime Facebookers and Instagrammers, they're not going to see your stuff. They're not going to see it. So that's another reason to be doing it frequently. And then also now Facebook is going to start to put the people and the friends and acquaintances that you're engaging with. You know how we used to like see first and default and unfollow and all these to like customize like whose stuff you're seeing? Facebook is now interpreting this for you, and like whoever's commenting on your stuff and whoever stuff you're commenting with, they're going to see your stuff more and you're going to see their stuff more. It's like Pandora. It's like Pandora radio, but Pandora friends. So keep that in mind.
I have an engagement question. I don't know if this came up at all during the event,
Mhm.
Ellen.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things, and it was in Jen Richardson's wake-up call. She talked a lot in her training. You know, going out and trying to follow people. You know, and she talks about high numbers, about how many she follows, and then she unfollows them, and the tools that she uses. And I get all that. And then, you know, trying to create more friends on Facebook and try to make connections. But what do you do when some of those connections, and these are not people that I know, they're people that I friended because they're friends of friends and they friend me back, and all they post is like, I don't know if you all get those very long, if you know anyone who suffers from an eating disorder and it's a big long paragraph, please repost this to your feed if you really care. Or if you know anyone who suffered from, you know, cancer, please repost this if you really care. I get so much of that it's very spammy. And it's like the same five friends will post exactly the same thing. And I feel like, well, they're telling me if I don't repost this and say I've done it, then I'm not a true friend of theirs.
I don't do it.
I don't do it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's right. Okay. So I just wanted to see if I don't do it. And I feel like maybe I should do it, but I don't want people reading that crap on my page.
No, don't do it. I don't do it. They're not your tribe. Don't do it.
Okay.
Don't give it energy.
It's the same thing with those Facebook messages when people send you and they're like, you need to send it to 10 people. I just always tell everybody that I don't participate in any of those at all. Like if it is like hitting close to home, like say suicide or something, you know, and you know somebody, then I might post something. But other than that, like I would steer clear of all spammy stuff because it's going to mark you as spam.
Yeah,
it is, and it's also not personal. That's not personal. That's not what Mark Zuckerberg wants. That's what he wants to squash. So I wouldn't do it. That's a really good question, though. Thank you for bringing that up. Still going live is the king. So you want to be seen, go live, and you can say things like they don't. Facebook doesn't want you to use the word like comment below. Like they don't want you to write the word Instagram even though Mark Zuckerberg owns both. They don't want you to write the word YouTube. You type the word YouTube in, like, watch my, like, it's not going to be seen. But when you're live, right now, Facebook doesn't know what you're saying. They probably will eventually. They already advertised to us, so they already know what we want to buy, but they don't know what we're saying right now in our lives. So you can say in your live video, like, watch my YouTube video, or go to my Instagram account, or comment below, and you're cool. But going live is still a really big deal, especially if that's on my list of what to do more too. All right, let me move on. I finally deleted, it's been on my to-do list for a while, but I finally, before this team called, deleted IFTTT. Finally. So now I have to be real on my like page. I was a bot. I was just auto sharing all my Instagram posts to my Facebook like page, and my engagement went so far down. And my following also went really far down. I had like 2,500 followers on that page and pretty decent engagement at one point, and it's like dead. I killed it with my bot. Killed it. So I finally disconnect that. So I know we taught that. We taught IFTTT, if this, then that, as a recipe. We taught that at one point, and it's so hard to stay on top of all these trends. And even the stuff I teach you, like tonight, in a second, it's going to change, and we'll have to adapt then. So anyway, at one point, IFTTT was super smart, and it was being ahead of the curve, and now it's behind. So if you, like me, had that set up, just go disconnect. It took like 2 seconds.
And the key is now, I think, you said this last week, right, Ellen? Just post twice, and you post on Instagram, you like and do whatever you do on Instagram, then come out and go to Facebook. Do the same thing over there.
I already was doing that with my personal page because I knew that, but I just thought I would auto-populate to my business page. So I was already
easier, but
yeah, not anymore. Okay, so let's go live. IFTT. Okay. Let me sum up, and then I'm going to give you a new tool tonight in closing. More conversations, more real interacting, more just less product. We're good at that already. We just need to have more conversations. Okay. So this is going to sound bot-like, and you might think, oh, that's so icky. I don't want to do that, Ellen. But I'll tell you what Shalene said. She's like, I think it's icky to like be on your phone all the time and on social media all the time and ignoring your loved ones because you're on social media all the time. So if I can do some shortcuts, I'm going to do some shortcuts. So here's the shortcut. I hope you don't think it's icky. I hope you think it gives you more time for your loved ones. If you have an iPhone, pull it out. This is pretty cool. Go to your settings. If you have a Samsung phone, I'm sorry. And Kim and Heather, you guys can just add to your list. Because I know you already did this. Unless, Heather, you were gone. Were you gone for this, Heather? You were gone for this? Oh, good. I mean, not good that you were gone, but good that I can provide some value to you. Go into General. Everybody there? Then Keyboard. Then Text Replacement. Okay, I'm looking at it. Everyone there. Okay. So hit the plus sign. And where it says phrase, say something like, thank you so much. That means a lot. And an emoji or two. Okay, then for the shortcut, write the words, the initials, except for Kim Coates. She'll have to do something. She'll have to add on. You guys write TY. and then hit save. Okay, everybody together? Can I keep going? Okay, hit the plus sign again. And under phrase, write some other response to someone liking or commenting on one of your things, like thank you, with some different emojis. Like if you have mostly women, like girls, like Jake probably wouldn't do this one, but you could put like thanks girl, something like that. And then put TYY as the shortcut and save it. Okay, do another one. Do another gratitude. If someone just commented on one of your things that you inspired them by your post, or they love your socks. Your dog is the cutest dog I've ever seen, and you want to say thank you. So do another shortcut and another phrase. Okay, now go into your phone and go into your messenger, or you can either text message me or Facebook message me or text message anyone on the team, or you can post it. I don't care where you put it. Well, don't put it on your timeline. Put it somewhere private. Text either TY, TYY, or TYY, however many. Try one of your text shortcuts. Did it work? Oh, I got Jennifer's. Did you hear the notification? It was Jennifer. That's awesome. Okay, so basically you could do 10 of those. You could do a whole bunch of auto responses. I got one from Jake. Okay, stop messaging me. It's distracting. I'm just kidding. Stop. Okay. So is that impersonal? No, you wrote it, you mean it, you would feel it, right? If someone wrote to Dana on her Instagram that they appreciated her post, wouldn't she feel one of those? I mean, she would feel grateful and she'd be like, thank you so much, I really appreciate it. She wrote it, she would feel that way. It's authentic, it's genuine, it just saves her a little bit of time. So I think that's a really cool shortcut. You could do it with other responses, and you can even, so I've started doing it since this weekend, and I'm even adding the person's first name. Like I'm doing the shortcuts, and then I'll be like, thanks girl, that means a lot. And then I can just add the person's first name or something. Okay. And then ready for me to blow your mind one more time? You know all of our hashtags that we save in Google Keep? Our hashtags? You can do a text shortcut for all your hashtags. Yeah. So it saves having to open Google Keep and like, hurry up. Yeah. So I know that's just a little tip. Seriously, I have so much more to share with you guys. Maybe Jelly it does too. Or maybe we could do a little panel with all the stuff we learned. But I thought that was really helpful, and I know we're out of time. I thought that was a really cool tool. But let's just be, so let's be on Facebook, let's be on social, be on our phones more frequently, but not more total. Let's just use our smartphones smarter. Okay, that's all I got. Oh, we should do a screenshot like that. That's so cute. Okay, wait, who's gonna take a picture? I can't do it. You guys do it. You guys do it. Is Jake gonna do that?
I'm so sorry.
What is the funniest about this is on my computer, Jake is in the middle surrounded by women. Is he in the guys' screens too? Diane, I'm sorry that she's new to us. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
She likes it. She's like, she likes it.
I think I'm blushing.
All right, guys. Happy Valentine's. On that note, happy Valentine's Day. Kim and Heather, did I leave anything out about the algorithm thing that you can think of?
Not that I can think of. There's so much. There's so much.
There was a lot of statistics that were really cool if you like numbers that talk about like how and why and what. And so that was all really interesting. And I wrote it down. I took like 16 pages of notes. And when I was kind of coming up with the team call, I couldn't find some of those numbers quickly, but maybe if I can
just video and engagement and, you know, keep it personal, keep it just all that. Just, you know, that's the important one. Keep it Facebook. Keep it, you know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I think it's good for us because our team is generally not leading with product. We are not. We are leading with our hearts. And so I think that gives us a leg up. And I really hope that I'm excited to like bury some of these other like spammy network marketers that make us look bad. So, all right, guys. TYYYYY.